Hello and welcome to the final episode of our Deity Arabia game. So in actual fact I am played on from the last episode. So for me it's still Sunday evening and I decided to finish the game. And I also sort of carried on playing a little bit. Last time we started the Citizen Earth protocol and we're only 2 turns away from finishing it. And I had a trade route free which I sent there with production. I also got myself another engineer. I could get another one, but I just want to get a diplomat. Or what, did I just misclick again? Is that a second time, or did I just get one on top of it because he was nearly finished? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, so we can do that even. And it doesn't matter. I just saw that Bucatello somehow got that city and I want to steal it off him. And it doesn't matter, we actually finished. So it's gonna be a couple more turns. 1828? Is it 2 year steps it takes now? Not entirely sure.
Geloof dat ik iets heb wat u enig belang zal inboezemen.
No. I actually built a factory in one of the cities and I've got another one which is not going to be finished in time to add a bonus to the one in the capital. And another golden age because we didn't have too many of those. Let's go. Can we get Bucatello out of here? We can't. Okay, nice try, doesn't matter. Next. So, final turn. You can have armor iron, you can have anything you like, Dodo. Usually I consider you to be a bit of a bunny boiler, but you were the perfect neighbor. Absolute lady, you were. And we come to that recap in a minute when we're done here. Geneva is taking... Who is he fighting now again? The Celts. Well, here we are. Let's have a look. You never get a big score of a culture victory. Usually when you sort of get a domination victory, it's in excess of 8,000 points. Sometimes over 9 if you sort of finish early. So 3-8. We can look at a few things. We can have a look at a map for a start. So we started here right in the middle. And usually that can be sort of quite troublesome. And let me just pause it here. So it was actually a really good map. I cannot say anything about this game at all. We were in the middle, but instead of Holland, we're sort of separated for this little bottleneck here, and there was a couple of city-states sort of making that even narrower. And on the other side we have Carthage, and they can be quite dangerous, but one thing we didn't forward settle, if anything the other way around. So we skirted around each other a little bit there. I had the 4 core cities and then placed another one in the middle, sort of in order to connect my cities more than anything. And sort of she asked me then not to settle near her again, sort of promise I think. And so she stayed on that side. She secured her luxuries. She had a sea resource. It's she had crabs, didn't she? Yeah. And we grabbed our jade. And then she expanded into the water, but there is quite a bit of warfare going on. I mean, sort of. She was fighting the Celts, and then I think she also lost a city up there to England, or even to the city-state. The only thing I was ever concerned about in this game was Holland. So here you see, yeah, Bucatello took that city. And then I invested a whole lot of time and even quite a few units to try and get that city back for him. So we liberated that. And then that was it. So we don't need that. Let's have a look at crafts. There is usually some culture return. That would be a good one. Let's take the Celts out. I think the Shoshone and the Zulus were not super relevant. No, they were in the bottom China. So Holland were doing pretty well at some stage. And then they lost the city to Pocatello. Eventually did alright. Carthage was sort of steady. But look at our culture. I mean, I don't know where we took a dip here. It might have been like a spy event or something. Or maybe it was a gap between golden ages or something. Or we were just totally out of control. Our gold return is also something that's interesting here. I mean, we were absolutely swimming in money. And that actually started right early on. Golden age. Oh, what? That looks a bit, yeah, irrational. Number of known ticks. So that's sort of typical of TT games. I mean, even though we're doing pretty well, we're a little bit behind. I think until about the Renaissance or something. And then we slowly caught up. And no, that scholars in residence never even got proposed in this game, which sort of helped us later on. Science per turn. Yeah, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Total culture, tourism per turn. Yeah. I think there was like only Civ in the one Civ in the game. So wait, just one more turn. Yeah, so back to our starting location. The capital was not perfect. It was anything but perfect. We did not have a lot of food here. We had a pretty quick start because of the lake towns. And then I quite liked the jade. I mean, and we did not have the best jade towns. I think at least 3 of them were in the desert. But we could work them reasonably early. We get some production and money of them. And then, of course, you can put the courier on them. And then I think it's the stoneworks already, which gives him additional hammer and the gold. And you also get another hammer from the stoneworks itself. So jade is pretty quick, and of course it gives us 25% extra golden age length, which is pretty good. So, but there was a lot of food in total here. Medina, there was like lots of floodplains. There's more down here. Baghdad was super important. That had a lot of production. An awful lot of production. And we got workers out and settlers and things pretty quickly. And then, as I said earlier, we sort of stayed on our side and Dido stayed on hers. And even so, I did not settle on the coast apart from the one city, which had only the one tile access to the ocean. And that city was there a long time before this one came. And sort of the Kinkareems which got, I don't know how long they're relevant until I guess you get caravels, which are here. But even so, we were friendly, and she was busy with the Celts, so it's unsurprising that she wanted to befriend us, because the Celts are a pretty tough proposition early in the game because of the Pictish warriors. I'm actually a little bit surprised that she came out on top. Here on the other side, we had Holland, and they were a little bit cramped for space. And remember when I settled this city here, I put it 7 tiles away from the capital, so I didn't leave Holland any space to get in there somewhere, because they would have done. I mean, they settled down here out of desperation. I say desperation, it's sort of well, I don't know, it's a reasonable city, but only because they can build those polos here. Imagine a city without that. There is not an awful lot. Couple of fish tails. And that's about it. And then we sort of did everything diplomatically to stay friendly with them. And that way we didn't have to go for the military tax. We took education. Hagia Sophia was pretty big, so we could... we should talk about religion anyhow. So we took that Pantheon where we get great engineer and artist points, so to get our historic events going. But I have to say, that's another thing we were super lucky about. Neither Holland nor Carthage founded a religion. And our faith outpost was quite high enough to get them converted. And the thing is, the Celts don't spread their religion. They sort of just keep their stuff to themselves. Excuse me, they didn't have one either. Holland had one, but not the Celts, so sorry, I got mixed up there. Holland had a religion, but they had another one on that side. And they tried desperately to spread it to this side, but I was quicker. And I waited a little bit, I saved up some faith until I got civil service, I got open borders, and then I could get my guys in there and convert both nations here before Holland had a chance. And that was pretty crucial again. We took one of those beliefs where we benefit from each foreign city having our religion. We got some extra votes in the World Congress, and we got even luckier because Dido actually proposed us world religion, and together we passed it. So it was amazing. It was it was really a showcase Arabia game. Things could not have gone any better. I'm pretty happy about it. Just that it was a smooth ride. I mean, as I said, it's the ultimate edition Civ, so even so, less experienced players or people who don't usually play on DT, you guys can have a go at Arabia on DT. It's doable. Just gotta manage your neighbor. You gotta think a little bit smartly, do the diplomatic stuff right. Line up your techs and your historic events. Focus on food. That's what we did here. I think we took churches first, right? Just give us enough extra faith. Because we only had the 5 core cities, so we didn't have enough. The 5 churches give us 20 extra faith and some culture as well. And churches also have the highest pressure, religious pressure. So that certainly helped. And then we got the God of Horus, which is a whole lot of food. Yeah, and it was just like plain sailing from there. So, that is it, guys. Thank you for watching the series, and I wish you all the best. Until next time, bye-bye.